Stars of the YNC Volume 3. Now, this mixtape's about as rare as a black vegan. And I wrote that joke about a year and a half ago, and it no longer holds any weight. And that bothers me because I decided to do some research. And what would you know, okay, that when it comes to veganism, it's actually the most common in the black community than any other community. I thought it'd be whites and Asians leading that charge. No, it's actually black folk. Shits. So with that being said, I learned something, you learned something. You can actually say you walked away with one of my videos with more knowledge than you walked in with. You're welcome. Now, going on from that, the reason why this mixtape is so rare has to do with the fact that there were a whole bunch of Google Drives and Mega Drives, people sharing it, so it was incredibly common. They were handing them out like apples out of orchard. Google decided to come in with their chainsaws and cut those trees down because it goes against codes of conduct to share videos of fat Mexicans being disemboweled. What would you know? Who would have guessed? So as the access decided to plummet and the rarity decided to go up, it became even more rare. Then you had these people gatekeeping it and shit, you know, opening up their doors, checking, oh, I've seen you before, go ahead, come in, you know, smuggling them in like they're fucking refugees or some shit. And it's a weird thing to gatekeep. Again, it's just a death mixtape with people dying in it. You know, if I was going to gatekeep something, it'd be like some hot actress's ass that got leaked. I'd screenshot it and I'd gatekeep that like it was a fucking NFT. You know what I'm saying? But then you got these other people who gatekeep stuff like that. I'd say to each their own, each by each is better. Your own sucks. I mean, you act like this is some incredible content, like your jaw's just gonna hit the floor. You're gonna put a car jack under it to crank it the fuck back up in place. It's just people dying, people. That's all it is. That's really all it is. But again, it's incredibly rare, so we're gonna go over it. And out of that, Stars of the YNC Volume 3 is the worst out of the first three, right? The first one was original content, so was the second one. But I'm gonna tell you why the third one's the worst. Check it out. If I give you a deck of cards and you shuffle them, does it become a fucking Ferrari? Probably not. At least in this universe, it doesn't. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the guy who made this, which we're going to go over who that is, he took the second half of the second one, put it as the first half of the third one, hopefully I'm not losing you here, and shuffled it in different spots and acted like it was something brand spanking fucking new. It's not. It's the same footage. The only thing I will say is that the second half of the third one is new shit I haven't seen before. But the first half of the third one is just the second half of the second one. And it leaks over and you know exactly what it is. It's just shuffled in different spots. And again, nothing new here. Just the second half of the third one. Sounded a bit convoluted, but if you kind of paid attention, you know what the fuck I was talking about. Now, the third one does not have as much sodomy as the second one. And again, I'm a bit of a sodomite myself. I like a mean blowjob. I remember when I was growing up, I always wanted to get my dick sucked. That didn't happen until I was 15. And when I did get my dick sucked, dude, that shit was incredible, man. I remember my fucking ears popped. I had tinnitus for a week, yo. Fucking had like teeth marks in the bottom of my lip. Absolutely amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. And I ended up getting better blowjobs at that and some worse ones. I remember this one chick. She fucking started gagging on my dick, dude. She almost puked. Absolutely disgusting. Probably because of the smell. No, okay. Alright, no, guys, stop being stupid. Anyway, so there's GMVs, gore music videos in here. Which, you know, AMVs, anime music videos, there's gore music videos. We got these shitty D-tier rappers who are rapping about crushed skulls and disembowelment. And as that's happening, it's showing footage of exactly what these guys are describing. So there's that. And that's pretty much Stars of the YNC Volume 3. Again, but to go into detail, there's a lot to go over. About 9 pages of shit to go over. It's going to be quite the mixtape review. Before I get into that, make sure you like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Hit that like button right now. And I promise you, I'll grab you by your face and stick my tongue in your mouth. Hit that sub button. That shit also helps me out a lot. And check out my Patreon. My Patreon. I got exclusive content over there. I've been working on that shit, you know, exclusive content from like a year ago. To also, I made like a Funky Town gore review. You know, why I go over it, because people keep on asking me, yo, what are your thoughts on that? Like, I'm going to add something new, so I gave my take on it. And I also have a brand new series that's going to be exclusive to Patreon. It's called Raven vs. Shock Chan, in which I'm going over all the shock videos I can find. You know, it's going to be like 40 to 50 of them on this, you know, Shock Chan website. And it's going to be a whole new series. And people keep on asking me, Cold Raven, is it going to be coming to YouTube? Cold Raven, is it going to be coming to YouTube? Cold Raven, is your Patreon exclusive content coming to YouTube? I used to be in chorus for a couple years. Let me answer that. No. Hopefully that was a suffice answer. Hopefully that was a good answer. Hopefully I answered your question. You no longer have to ask. Also, check out my Instagram. You get to check out shit like this, my nudie booty, and other cool ass shit like that. See my physique and these physique updates and this pretty much soft core OnlyFans type of shit all over my Instagram. Check it out. Also, I'm on Twitch, all that other good shit. Everything linked down there below, like Ray William Johnson. But anyway, history lesson. it has to come out 2014 and therefore after, because you can't upload footage from 2014 in 2013 unless you're a fucking time traveler. Now, would you know I found out who made this mixtape? I did. I found out by accident because I did something called this is crazy. What a crazy idea. I did something called paying attention. What a novel idea! I paid attention, guys, for my first time in my fucking life. And this guy who made it, or the group of guys, were like watermarking it all over the mixtape. And it was also in the second one. And I just like facepalmed when I saw it was in the second one. Now, to be fair, I was a fat fuck, right? I used to be a fat ass. So again, fat people are typically lazy. You know, that's why you're fucking fat. So I plead beaver tail titties. I plead pudding cup tits. I was a fat ass, so therefore I was lazy against my body, lazy against my work. I have to plead it, guys. I have to man up. So it was made by God Help Us Productions, okay? So with that shit being said, it was right there. Again, when it comes down to it, as a French would say, excusez-moi, laissez-faire. Yeah, I was actually real French, by the way. It just means excuse my, like, poor lazy habits or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm not fucking French. But going on to that, how long is it? Pause. Almost 2 hours, like 111 minutes and 58 seconds. I'll put it up right here. And now the second thing, how many clips? 343 clips. You know, that means pictures of gore, some sodomy, beheadings, it's all that garbage. You know, we're going to go over that when we do that clip counting whiteboard garbage. And, you know, the last one actually had 376 clips. This one has 343, which is like 33 less clips. Quick maths. I'm just doing that in my head right now. You can go ahead and tell me, pull out your fucking calculator, your little Poindexter motherfucker, your little tape between your glasses, and actually, Clavin, you were off by 3 decimals. You know, go fuck your mother, y'all. But with that shit being said, let's pull out the motherfucking whiteboard. So inside this mixtape, you have 343 clips / photos. And these 343 clips / photos, 199 of them or gore, which is straight up, you know, intestines, disembowelment, you know, an extreme amount of violence. Then you get 112 clips of violence. What is violence? You know, again, any type of punching or kicking. Nothing that's too crazy, no heads exploding, no dismemberment, just something very subtle, but it is violent. Nothing too bloody and or gory. Then you get 14 clips that have to do with animals, like people getting fucking smashed by bulls or getting attacked by dogs and or bears. Got 6 clips that are just straight up what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like some crazy shit happened, and that would be the only prompt response for seeing it. 5 that are sexual, you know, some chick getting fucked in the butt with a gun. 4 that are downright funny, again, which is funny. This is the one that kind of collides with that animal section and the funny section, because one of these funny sections did include an animal, as a guy got smacked in the face with a bull dick and it landed on his head, so they kind of overlap there. Then you get 2 clips that are absolutely cool as shit, very cool stuff, and one that is just downright disgusting. And I go over that clip. It's just maggots and a wound. It's just gross as fuck. But with all that shit being said, let's get right into the mixtape. So before I get into this review, I want some shit to go over real quick. First off, I'm going to tell you something beautiful. About 1.5 years ago, I actually did the entire script of Stars of the YNC Volume 3. I just never actually recorded it because I went and I got forklift certified. I left YouTube, left for about a year, and did all that shit. I went looking for the script, could never find it, so I had to redo the entire thing from scratch. This is going to be amazing. And it turns out we have 9 pages. This is going to be my longest review yet. 9 pages of content to go over. So ain't that shit beautiful? So with all that being said, let's take it from the top and get right into the shit. So it starts off, as I said, it takes the clips from the last one, only in the first half, and it starts out, you know, remember the guy with the chain coming out of his mouth? Same shit, same toilet. It is what it is. And speaking of toilets, man, I gotta tell you this much. I'm scared of shitting in public toilets. I don't know. I think I would get butthole AIDS if I did. Because imagine this. You shit in a public toilet and that water splashes your asshole. Something just entered your body. That's why I don't shit in toilets. Like, what if some dude just took like 3 cocks in his ass and he has like AIDS coming his shit crack and he just pooped everywhere and now you get that in your butt and out of nowhere you got HIV. You don't even know how the fuck you got. I don't know. That's just me. I don't use public toilets. Especially there's been times where I've seen like lipstick marks in the inside of a crusty shithole toilet. What demon did that? I don't know. Okay, so I do not want to use those things. I don't want like anal herpes or whatever you could get. Now going on to the next clip, you get a 1,000-pound beast going crazy. And that's not a reference to your mother. It's actually a camel that got his throat slit. Looks just like her though. And getting off track again. I made like a mom joke. You know, I make mom jokes sometimes in my videos. Just in general, some guy took it so personal. He left me like a Harry Potter book worth of a fucking novel of Cold Raven. That was really insensitive of you, and it really hurt my feelings. And my mom's a sweet, sweet woman, and she can make a mean batch of chocolate chip cookies. Like, the fuck is wrong with you, man? You know what I'm saying? He just went like AWOL, and he said that he unsubscribed, and then he sent me like some lengthy thing on fucking Instagram, and like how much he hates me, and how his mother's an angel. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't know what that was, but that was him. That's his fucking problem. Now, since this is my first gore review in over a year, we're going to test the waters here. And so you get this guy who's, you know, spraying graffiti over these walls. And now when it comes down to spraying graffiti, I thought that was mostly an American thing. Of course, you know, Europeans always got to bite the American style. They take our shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised. But this is like the Philippines, right? So he's spraying the wall with all this black spray paint. And he gets arrested by the cops. Now, the cops spray him in the face with this black spray paint. Not as punishment, just so he can fit the description. Okay, so going on to the next clip, you get a beheading, right? This is a guy who's cutting off his wife's beheading because he caught her cheating. So, as punishment, he's gonna murder her. You have those thoughts of whatever you think that's appropriate or not. I don't know. To me, I'm not gonna give my opinion. I think it's gonna be a little bit too bitter for some of y'all. But the only problem I have with this video is the guy doing it. He was wearing a striped shirt, a striped sweater or some shit. And the last thing I'm gonna have on my bucket list is being fucking murdered by a guy wearing a striped shirt. The only way that would get any worse if he was wearing like fucking polka dots. Now I'm not saying you gotta murder me in a Gucci sweater or some shit, but a striped shirt? You fucking kidding me? What are you in 3rd grade? Who the fuck wears a striped shirt? I don't think I've ever wore a striped shirt in my life. I think I wore a polka dot shirt at some point, but not striped. What kind of shit is that? Grown ass fucking man calling himself like some fucking murderer. He is a murderer. I mean, it's on footage. Wearing a striped shirt. Not for me. Then you get these gore picture compilation, you know, a whole bunch of corpses, just pictures of them. Then you get this woman getting jumped in a mall by a whole bunch of different ones, like 5 to 6 different women, like Power Rangers. You know, one's wearing a yellow coat, pink coat, blue coat, red coat, all these different color coats, just beating the shit out of this one woman. Why? I don't know. I don't care to ask. And I don't know how I would ask. I mean, I can't fucking telepathically talk to this woman in the past. Is what it is. She got her ass whooped. Then you get this dead guy, right? You know, of course, it's a gore mixtape. He's fucking dead. And they needed a coroner to assert the fact that he was dead. And the coroner is poking in his head. Mind you, there is no brain in his head. No fucking brain. No brain in his head. And he's like, yeah, I think this is what might have did him in right here. Yep, it might be this right here. Oh, it's that's what it is? That, you know, his missing fucking brain. Wow, we're glad we called you over here to confirm this. What an asshole. You know what I'm saying? It took this fucking guy, this specialist, to affirm and confirm that he's dead. I don't know. I just thought the average human can go ahead and look at that and fucking know that. But it is what it is. Then after that, you get this broken gas truck. There's a whole bunch of, you know, scattered parts all over the highway. I guess it's a highway. And you get this gas truck leaking gas everywhere, which explains Biden's prices. Fuck you. That shit was like $5 at a point. You cannot, I don't give a fuck who's president. That shit needs to get solved. Whether it's from cutting the prices due to war or whatever the fuck famine, solve that shit. You know, as you're getting out of control. Next whole entire clip, you get this car show. Now, this car show turns into a gymnastics show because the car starts flipping, and you get this guy who gets sent to fucking Albania. I mean, he gets sent out of this car, and I'm telling you, he's so high in the sky, this motherfucker kissed some bird titties, okay? His head was literally in the clouds, and he smacked the ground, and the fact that he survived is absolutely amazing. I'm just assuming he survived because they didn't show him dead. So we're going to go off the assumption that he's okay, because mind you, the clip cut off, so he's definitely okay. That's how that works. Then you get this fucking fight, this ghetto-ass hood rat fight, which I hate these hood rat fights. I don't even gotta tell you, I don't even gotta describe the women in this video. You already know what these women look like. But I'm gonna describe them anyway, and we're gonna see if they fit your description. Ratchet-ass women, wearing tight-ass pink little Aeropostale shirts. You know, their stomachs hanging out. Wearing some nasty-ass, you know, musty fucking gray sweatpants. And they got chanclas on with socks. I don't know why someone would wear chanclas with socks. You know, they're fucking, you know, black chicks. And they got this fucking little Goro ponytail in the back. And long-ass acrylics. And they're just, like, slamming each other on the floor. And this one chick literally beats the shit out of her. Literally, like, she hitting her and she's shitting herself, and it's everywhere. I mean, you see the dookie stain in her ass. So that's the end of the first page right there. Nothing too crazy, and I can hear an airplane in the night sky with the shooting stars. I could really use a wish right. Ooh. I'm sorry. I gotta apologize for that. I was fucking AIDS, yo. Ow. Ugh, that was cringe. I had to do that, guys. If you ever seen that Mordecai and that pony thing, that's where I got that from. Otherwise, fuck, that hurt. That hurt. Alright, yo, I'm sorry. I apologize. Anyway, you get this guy who takes off his jacket. He clocks in the work. I mean, seriously, he literally walks in at 7 o'clock in the morning. Hey, David. You know, he's walking in. As soon as he walks into work, this guy grabs a machete and just smacks him straight across the face with it. And he dies. Kills him. He's just bleeding everywhere. Which, if I were him, I would try to, like, crawl outside of the workplace. Because last place I want to die is in the workplace. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that must fucking suck. You die in the workplace and now you're forced to haunt that place. And you get all your coworkers sitting there. Yeah, I heard he died. Like a bitch. Yeah, right here. He was an asshole, wasn't he? And you can't do shit about it. You just gotta listen to your coworkers just shit on you. Yeah, what a dick. I heard he kissed men on the mouth during his breaks. Yeah, I heard the same thing too. Hey, Sarah, what do you think about this asshole? He died right here. I just couldn't do that. I would try to haunt the place as much as possible. You know, forklifts just exploding and shit. It wouldn't be because of me, of course, but what a shitty way to die. And what a shitty place to die. Going off of that, you got this guy sitting on the floor, and he gets stabbed in the neck 100 times. I'm not joking. This guy keeps stabbing him and stabbing him to the point where there's more blood out of this guy than there is in him. And would you know, after stabbing him like 100 times, he's still alive. This motherfucker is tougher than a $2 steak. I kid you the fuck not. Absolute tough motherfucker. But he's definitely going to die at some point because he just stopped moving, but he was still breathing. Check this out. Oh, here we go. Ooh, take that shit with you. Sell on eBay for like $24.99. Yeah, oh yeah, that was a good one. That was toasty, yo. I haven't had anything to eat all fucking day. I had rice and beans last night, so that's where that one came from. Now, this next clip, I have no clue what the fuck I'm looking at, if I'm being honest. There's a guy who's like upside down with his legs crossed, hanging, letting the blood flush to his head while there's a broom tickling his armpit. Weird as shit, and he's in a hammock at that, which... I need to say this. Who the fuck owns a hammock? Let alone who owns a hammock and puts it indoors? Let a fucking alone. You got a hammock, you put it indoors, and next to this guy, there's a perfectly fine bed to the left of him. Why? And how do you even manufacture, a hammock? Like, look at this. The wall's over here, wall's over here. There's 20 feet of space. How big of a fucking sheet do you need? And what nails do you use to keep that big bastard up? You put a hammock between two trees. I get that. I don't even know who would do that. I mean, I had a hammock when I was like 17, 18. I remember I turned 18 years old. I was drinking beer in the hammock with my girlfriend at the time. And then, and then literally like a week later, mind you. So it has me and my girlfriend in it. I'm drinking beer. She's cuddling with me at the time. And then my stepdad, he went into the hammock and he broke the shit. So this fucking hammock, that's how fat this motherfucker was. This hammock can occupy 2 human beings, but he was so big he broke the shit. But anyway, who the fuck has a hammock in the first place? I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, this guy's dead. So going on from that, you get an Anarchy compilation. This guy's throwing Molotovs, and by Anarchy compilation, you get, guys with riot shoes and batons and shit, and they're getting fucked up. They're fucking people up. There's this one person on the ground, I think it was a chick. She gets punted in the head like Randy Orton. Like it was a kickoff on a motherfucking tee. Absolutely kicked in the skull, gets sent to the stratosphere, man. Yeah, that chick got knocked the fuck out. I kid you not. Now here's one of my favorite clips. This guy is a certified mixer. When I say he's a mixer, I mean he gets fucking busy. Chunky Mexican dude. He's trying to get back on his bike because I guess it was like, one of those traffic stops. And the police puts it back down. He's like, you're not going nowhere. So then the police officer tries to put him in a headlock. This Mexican dude picks him up. He slams him and they start fighting, yo. And this Mexican dude is mixing it up, yo. He starts clobbering this fucking cop, starts beating the shit out of him. Another cop joins, and it's not like a cop, it's like these military officers with batons, and he starts beating the shit out the second cop. And the third cop joins, and they all start jumping him, and then they start beating the shit out of him. I mean, it's 3v1. He was taking on that 1v1. He was winning that 2v1, and now they start getting him. Because it's numbers. It's a numbers game. Get enough of fucking ants, they can kill a lizard, even though lizards eat ants. So what happened was, by the end of it, this dude's cuffed, and he's a bleeding dude. He's like a fucking faucet in the face, and they finally got him. But yo, you can't tell me shit. That guy's a certified fucking mixer. He had no fear in his heart to strike this dude and to still fight that 2v1. And he was still fighting that 3v1. That dude had no fear in his heart. Give that motherfucker his flowers. That dude's a real gangster like that. And now we had this weird ass funny clip, right? So you ever heard of a clown car? A clown car is you get this small little car and you try to put as many humans as you can into it. You ever heard of a fucking clown bike? So you get these Brazilian dudes who jump off of a bike. And it's not a big bike. It's like, you know, it's one of those mopeds that, you know, Chinese people drive in China, or they drive it to drop off your fucking food delivery. These tiny ass little things that are meant for like 9-year-olds that are like no bigger than a scooter. What if I told you one dude jumped off of it, performed an assassination, shot this dude behind the head, and now you see 3 individuals jump on that tiny little fucking moped? I mean, the first guy barely fits. First guy, his ass cheeks are hanging off the back of it, okay? He barely fits. The second guy is like humping the hell out of him, you know, just giving him a fucking Heimlich maneuver to stay on. And you got this third guy who's just like trying to fit into his fucking pocket. And then they just speed off at a roaring 5 miles per hour. Not fucking fast at all. So there's that. After this, you get we have a lot to talk about in this clip, people. We have a lot to talk about. I have a lot to get off my fucking chest, right? Have a lot to get off my chest. You get this guy getting mauled by a bear. A fucking bear. That is the last thing you want to. You don't want to get mauled in general, but mauled by a bear is definitely the last thing you want to do. And you hear these pops going off. Ain't these little pussy ass pap, 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 you know, like 22 caliber bullets. There's some artillery. These are 357s, 45s, 44, these big caliber bullets that they're shooting this bear with. And this bear just like, light work, no reaction. Light work, no reaction. Absolutely no selling these bullets. No selling them. And you wonder why I don't want to go fucking hunting. Because I have this friend, his name's Josue. And he's like, yo, man, we can go hunting, man. It'll be fun. I got some rifles. We can go hunting, man. Yo, what are we hunting, man? What the fuck are we going to hunt? We're going to go hunt some deer, man. We'll go hunt some deer. I don't really feel that, man. I don't want to go hunting any fucking deer. Why not? Because there's going to be bears. There's not going to be bears, man, I promise. Not going to be no bears. Okay. So, Josue, let's sit down and talk about this right now, because you're going to piss me off. So, there's no fucking bears, but there's deer. This is what I'm supposed to believe. So, in 3rd grade, when we passed our little ecosystem class, where there is prey, there must be predators. You're telling me that there's a shit ton of prey, but there's no predators. This motherfucker looked me in the face like this. We are the predators, man. We are the predators. I'm like, maybe you, because you're a sex offender, but not me. I'm not a fucking predator. We have rifles, dude. I'm not going out there. So I go on Google and I look up the location. And it said, even though uncommon, there are bears there. And we just looked at each other for 30 seconds of straight silence. And I was like, you're about to drag me out there in fucking bears territory. Listen, bears, if you're watching this video, you stay the fuck over there. I stay the fuck over there, right? I don't want to go to bears territory. I don't want to fuck with a bear. There's no fucking way. There's nothing I could do. Oh, yeah, what do you mean there's nothing? Dude, this bear was no-selling 44 caliber, 45, 357. These are bullets this fucking big. We're going hunting with 22 caliber rounds. If you don't know what a 22 caliber round is, that big. That's like shooting a fucking pinball at someone. What do you think that's going to do to a bear? This motherfucker looks at me. Well, if a bear shows up, we just shoot it. We can just shoot it. 50 Cent survived 9 shots. What the fuck you think a bear's gonna do? And I told him straight up, yo, if we go hunting, I'm gonna pull a Shane. If you ever seen The Walking Dead, I'm gonna shoot you in the leg and you're gonna die just like Otis. And I'm gonna let you get killed by the fucking bear. Listen, I'm not trying to be eaten alive. Unless I'm getting vored by a big lizard woman. I'm not trying to be eaten alive. That's just me personally, man. There's a reason we're not born with any weapons. Bears have 9-inch claws, razor sharp teeth. They're 1,000 fucking pounds. They're roaring animals. They're machines. They're jeeps with legs. We don't have any weapons. I mean, I was born with a weapon, an 8-inch club of a dick. But besides that, there's nothing else I can fucking do. Fuck you and fuck bears, right? I don't fuck bears. I know there's somebody sitting there with like some fucking Care Bear doll that's filled with so much semen it's standing upright like a taxidermy. Just no more Rainbow Dash jaws. No Care Bear semen fleshlights. No more of that garbage, man. Back to being fucking Americans. Back to burgers, beers, blonde women tits. Rah! Eagles and oil, baby. Yeah, back to the American shit. Back to being American. But yeah, I'm not going fucking hunting. Oh yeah, and by the way, the guy who is getting attacked by the bear dies. But anyway, fuck you, Josue. I'm not going hunting with you. Especially he's like this. Yo, this motherfucker was like, yo, he was trying to convince me to go hunting with them, and he had a cooler full of beers. Great, guys. What could go wrong? 2 fucking drunk Spanish men with rifles in the middle of the woods. This is gonna be perfect. Not a disaster whatsoever. What an asshole. What an ass. Fucking prick. Fuck, man. Damn, y'all. Absolutely infuriating. And it wasn't even good beer either. It wasn't like Heineken or Corona or fucking Modelo's. It was fucking Budweiser and Platinum. Ew. I ain't drinking that fucking Blood Light garbage. Fuck you. I ain't drinking that shit. I've been shitting on Budweiser for years, yo. It tastes like seltzer water. I ain't drinking that shit. Fucking garbage. Anyway, let me calm down. I gotta keep my stress levels low. You get this kid, right? There's a spiky fence, right? And by a spiky fence, you know them like iron fucking fences with the little spikes on the top. It goes under this kid's chin. It's coming out of his mouth, kind of like that scene from The Punisher. And this guy put like his YouTube, he like watermarked his YouTube channel at the bottom. I tried looking it up. Nothing came up. Trust me, there's nothing to be found there. You got this other guy who gets killed by a piece of artillery. It's like one of those big ass like cannons, I guess like a Modar, and he's sitting there with his arms tied behind his back. He gets blown to fucking nothing. There was nothing left but a red mist, blown to smithereens. Overkill, if I would say so myself. After this, you get a scene in the prison. So you know how the prison and prison pods, there's a top level and a bottom level. There's this black dude who's running from this white dude on the top level, or some shit like that. Anyway, he's running from him. And he jumps over the railing. It's about a 10-foot drop. And he busts his ass on the floor. And he's trying to avoid this fight because these guys are trying to fuck him up. And when he falls on the floor, there's this chunky white dude standing over him. He's like, I got you, Puddin'. And he's like holding onto this white dude's leg. And he's like selling this injury like he's LeBron James. Dude, it was not that hard of a fall. He's not hurt. He was just playing it up so the fucking COs, aka the correction officers, would come and help him. It was a fake ass agony. Like if you was really in pain, we would know. It was one of those, oh my boo-boo. And he's like holding on to this white dude's like pretty much humping him like a fucking dog. Oh man, I got another burp coming. Oh, there you go. That was a pussy ass one. So that one for like 99 cents. Put that in a gumball machine. Camera's about to cut off. I'll be right back. So we're in fact back. And right here, you get a song by System of a Down Syndrome. At least that's what I call them. Not a big fan of this band. Again, I just don't fucking bite them. Every single time I listen to a song, it say something really, really fast. And say something really fast. And then I'm going to say it slow. That's every fucking song they've ever made. I mean, I do like Snowblind. I like Toxicity. I do like Sugar, right? I do love those songs. I absolutely love those songs. I don't like the band themselves, I'll be honest. Go listen to Seether. Go listen to Atreyu. Go listen to fucking X's and O's by Atreyu. That song is amazing. I'm putting you on. I'm not going to put you on to any fucking garbage like Pierce the Veil. Pierce the Veil. Yo, women love that shit, yo. Women love Pierce the Veil, whatever the fuck you call them. And I'm gonna tell you why women love this shit. Because every fucking song is the same. I'ma kiss your scars, no matter how broken you are. I'ma kiss your scars. Oh my god, he's gonna kiss my scars. Kathy, you heard that? Kathy, he's gonna kiss my scars. Oh my gosh, I'm melting. Kathy, I'm melting. I'm melting in my boots. Oh my god, Kathy, I just melted into my boots. I'm a Campbell noodle boot soup. Who's gonna drink me? Like, shut the fuck up, yo. I'm tired of this fucking bullshit, yo. Go listen to Pierce the Veil. Go listen to him. It's exactly as I fucking described. It's some fucking pussy ass little fucking dork talking about this woman's broken, but I accept her for the way she is. And every woman's like, oh my god, I'm so totally broken. And like, he's understanding me for the way I am. Oh my god, I'm totally like perfect in his eyes. Fuck that shit, yo. I want to listen to fucking some real ass shit, yo. And when I say, yo, I like Linkin Park, people are like, you like Linkin Park? Fuck you. I love Linkin Park. And I like Fort Minor, yo. Fucking, and I love Seether. I love Atreyu. And you know what? Disturbed has started to grow on me. Only because after listening to Pierce the Veil, I needed to listen to Disturbed. And I shitted on Disturbed in the past. Because Disturbed, every single song is, I'm a massive weapon of destruction. I destroy everything on my path. You know? But it started to grow on me. Because I listened to this fucking garbage. This wimpy fucking limp dick pussy shit. It's fucking... It's fucking what a pussy of a band, yo. I can't listen to that shit. Fuck that. Garbage. Anyway, next video you get a woman getting maced and beaten up. So, yeah, some man shit. Anyway, this woman gets maced in the face and she gets beaten because she put up a peace sign. And by peace sign, I don't mean like a peace sign. She was like that, you know what I'm saying? In front of an officer's face. Now, mind you, there's a riots going on. These are riot patrol. They have batons and riot shields. She apparently in her brain thought this wasn't going to get her ass whooped. She goes right up to the riot patrol and she's like, and she gets fucking whooped on for it. I mean, they start beating the fuck out of her. Start spraying her in the face with like bear mace. And yo, she starts fucking crying. That's what happens, y'all. Then you get another woman who gets beaten up. Another woman moment. If you don't know what a woman moment is, it's when a woman does something very passive aggressive and then plays stupid to it. You know, plays disingenuous. I don't know what I'm doing. Very passive aggressive. Something like this. Like, you ever have when your girlfriend's mad at you, you leave your phone somewhere, and then she just puts it somewhere else. And like, yo, my phone is right here. Yo, babe, you see my phone? Right there, right when I hear that answer, I'm like, yeah, you have seen my fucking phone. Where'd you put my phone? I didn't touch it. You might have moved it yourself and forgot. I'm not playing these games, yo. And out of nowhere, my phone is like between my fucking mattresses. I'm like, how the fuck? I know, that's bullshit. You know, how the fuck is my phone between my two mattresses? That's bullshit. You know, I know you fucking put it there. Well, I put it there because, no, I'm not getting angry. Shh. Calmate. We're good, people. We're good. We're not going to get angry about some shit in the past. Anyway, this one chick gets her ass whooped as per usual because she was being an idiot. And they hit her twice because she was trying to give this police officer a flower. So she goes up to this riot squad. Okay, get this. She goes up to this riot squad. They have riot shields. They have batons. She goes up to him and tries to give him a daffodil, which is probably why she got her ass beat. It wasn't a rose. I mean, who the fuck likes daffodils? And they start beating the shit out of her. So there's that. And then here we go. More compilations of women being beaten. And these are in riot situations because 99% of the time when women are beaten, it's for a good reason. In these riot situations, hold on, let me finish that sentence. It's still a rough sentence to swallow, but let me finish it and let me give you my fucking, let me give you my thoughts and my takes. Somebody's gonna fucking cut that and just like take the context. It's gonna be great out of context. But anyway, because there's usually a line, and when there's a line drawn, men don't go near that line. If you tell me, hey Johnny, if you cross that line, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna cross that line. I understand. But with a woman, if you tell a woman don't cross that line or I'm gonna shoot you, she's gonna dance around the line, right? And then she's gonna get shot and be like, oh, I've been shot. Like, yeah, I told you don't cross that fucking line. And everybody's like, look what you did. You're an animal. It's like, I warned her. But that's just what it is, man. And after that, every time a woman crosses the line and gets beat the fuck up for it, they get cherished. They get a documentary. They get a 6-figure contract. They're on Netflix. And it's just fucking bullshit. They start swimming in money like fucking Scrooge McDuck. Absolute bullshit. But if I get my fucking ass beat, you know what I'm saying? I get nothing but a black eye. Absolute bullshit, man. So anyway, yeah, she gets her ass beat, and that's just what it is. And she's probably gonna get a Netflix documentary, surviving fucking Michael Phillips. It's garbage, yo. I hate this shit. Next clip, you get this guy who's injecting heroin, and I'm telling you right now, there's like spectators like watching him get his first high. Weirdest shit ever to ever say to somebody while they're getting their first high. He's like, yeah, this one's a virgin. Like, I don't give a fuck how much heroin you inject in me. That would kill my high. Like, what the fuck would you say that for? He's like all up in his ear and shit. What the fuck, y'all? Like, let me inject this shit real quick and let me get this hair on buzz, bitch. All in my ear. Yeah, this one's a virgin. Yeah. The heroin cherry popped. Yeah. Like, yo, get the fuck out of my ear with that nonsense, yo. I would have just immediately stabbed him in the fucking eye with the needle if that happened to me. Next one, you get this guy who's getting a fucking beating, right? And he's on the floor, and this officer's like bending his arm backwards and hitting it with a baton, trying to break his arm. What a weird way to break his arm. And this guy, instead of defending himself during this beating or trying to get up, he's actually more concerned about covering his ass crack because his ass cheeks are getting out. He's like that knuckle crack. And he's trying to cover his ass cheeks because his pants are coming down. He keeps putting his hand over his crack. I guess he knows it's being recorded. But he's more concerned than his arm getting broken. After that, you get a pit of people getting shot at. So it's a giant, like, dug-in hole. Probably, I would say, 10, 15 people in there. They start unloading guns on them. This is out in the Middle East, like a desert or some shit. You know, no one's going to be finding them. But it's in fucking insane. Again, 10, 15 people inside of a hole. And they're all alive while this is going on, right? They're all alive and they're, you know, trying to cover themselves. These people have AK-47. So these aren't like some pussy-ass rifles. These are not 22s, not some AR-15. Because everybody's so scared about the infamous AR-15. Dude, AR-15s shoot 22 caliber bullets. Why do you think people will get shot in these shootings and they get shot like 36 times and like they're not even in critical condition? They're getting like, they're literally not even taking out the bullets. Like, yeah, just put a band-aid on it. It's a 22 caliber bullet. These are 7.62s. Though, if you don't know what a 7.62 is, it's a fucking bullet like that big, y'all. Isn't some fucking, that will make bark out of a tree, yo. That would make a fucking log cabin out of a tree. That absolutely destroying. That shit would blow a house in half. Don't want to get shot, but you don't want to get shot in general, let alone by that shit. So yeah, there's no way these people survived. After this, you get the bloodiest beheading I've ever seen. So he obviously cuts across the neck with this beheading, and when he lifts up his head, I mean, just it was raining blood out of his neck. I mean, I've never seen something so bloody. And again, I've seen so many beheadings, I kind of lost count. And this is not something I like to say, you know, like I'm proud to fucking say it. Of course not. You know, I don't like being exposed to this type of content, but I go over this type of content because of you people. You people want to see it, or you can't see it. You don't have access to it. So I fucking snuff them out. I go over them so you can actually understand what the fuck's going on in these things. I go over them, and I try to go over it, you know, in a easily digestible way. So I'm glad to do that. Glad to be of service. You know, that's why I asked for at least just like and subscribe and shit. But out of everything I've ever seen, this has to be the most bloodiest fucking beheading I've ever seen in my whole life. After this, you get a headshot, right? Where it says narco right there. It's like this big, like right here. Imagine if it said narco clip with me behind it. Guys, I hope that never fucking happens, but there's a video of me with saying narco on it. But it's a watermark saying narco on it. And he's tied to a tree like this. He has like a blindfold, and he gets 3 shots to the head, point fucking blank. Absolutely sucks. I mean, he's dead. Then you get this guy who gets he runs across the street, right? So why did this guy cross the road? To kick a bum in the face. That's exactly what he did. He runs straight across the street just to kick this homeless man in his fucking teeth. I don't know why. I don't know what his beef was. I don't know what the quarrel was, but he was clearly pissed, clearly fucking upset. And then you get this weird ass fucking clip, which I'm gonna go over, right? It's a trunk, right? They open up the trunk. You know, you get those medical staff that have to clean up the cleanup crew. I guess, like, what do you call it? Like, I know there's a game like Viscera, some shit. I don't fucking know. You already know what I'm talking about. Cleanup crew because it's dead bodies. You get corpses in a trunk, and you get this woman's ass that's out. And you know how they have to take pictures with it? Wow. There's a guy recording all this going down, and he catches this one weird fucking pervert, like in the crowd using like his Nokia phone. He's like this, snapping shots of this dead woman's ass. And mind you, this woman has no legs, no arms, and no head. It's just like a torso. And this guy's such a fucking creep. That was enough for him to go home and jerk off to. Absolutely fucking sick. I mean, that motherfucker is starving. I mean, brother is hungry. Shit, he's so hungry. I'd say give him a BLT. And I hate BLTs. You already know how I fucking feel about that garbage. I fucking hate BLTs. But get him something in his system. That boy is starving, yo. Absolutely fucking starving, man. I'd be more worried about that motherfucker, right? I'd be more worried about him than the actual corpses there. I mean, holy shit. You don't want that motherfucker on the loose with whoever killed any of these crimes, because it was a whole bunch of corpses. Wasn't just one. And what I mean by this is they go to a car next to this truck. This truck had corpses in it. Now they go to a car next to the truck. They open up a bag, and it had multiple human heads in it. Who is this? The fucking skull merchant from Dead by Daylight? Like, holy shit. It wasn't just like one head, too. It was like 4 to 5 heads. Who are you dealing with? I would not want to be fucking with this person, man. Absolutely fucking crazy. After this, you get something I love. I love this type of shit, right? You get this chick who gets hit by a bull. And he gets fucking, or this chick, I'm not sure if it's a guy or a chick, but this person gets hit by a fucking bull and gets juggle comboed on some Tekken shit. I mean, this bull rams this person in the air. And before this person hit the ground, got hit again and again, like 2 to 3 hit juggle combo. And this person, I think, was a chunky guy. It was some fucking chunky chick. It was somebody who was chunky, a chunquita. Got absolutely slammed on the floor and destroyed. And speaking of Tekken, when Tekken 8 comes out, I will play you guys in Tekken 8 on my Twitch live streams, and I will fuck each and every single one of you up. Go ahead, talk your shit in the comments now. I will fuck you up in Tekken. I'm a king main. Destroy everybody watching this video. I'm like fucking little Majin Jr., yo. I will whoop your fucking ass when Tekken 8 comes out. After that, you get this naked chick, bro. Saggy tits. Big ass beanbag bagonkas, okay? She has some big bazookas. And she has these bazookas, and she comes into fucking, it's like a McDonald's or something. It's a big bitch, too. This ain't no small bitch. She like a linebacker, yo. She built like fucking Brian Urlacher. This is a whole lot of hoe. Okay, so she comes in there, and how big she is shows how strong she is. You know those big-ass McDonald's machines? They're just made out of, like, fucking titanium and steel. She starts moving them over like they have wheels under them. There ain't no wheels under them. Trust me, I saw them, brother. And she starts moving them like they're fucking up, like they're paperweights. It's a big-ass bitch. And she starts throwing shit everywhere. She's in her underwear. Completely naked, tits out, just in her underwear. Moving these 100-pound machines like they're absolutely nothing. Throwing everything everywhere. Throwing these trays and throwing food. And after like 10 minutes of doing this, she gets thirsty. She goes under the soda machine and starts drinking. And she's like, that'll do. And then just leaves. I was like, holy shit. What the fuck happened with her? What was her problem, yo? Holy fuck. Can't be fucking up these orders, man. After this, man, you get this video of another bull, and I love this type of shit. I love watching people get attacked by bulls, man. And the reason why I love it so much is because if you don't know what these people do to bulls, bulls are my favorite animal. I used to think they were hippos until I was like, oh yeah, bulls exist. Bulls are my favorite animals. El toro loco. Anyway, so what happens is they grab these bulls, they stab them, they beat them, they whip them, and bulls are very aggressive animals. If you don't know, these are some of the most aggressive animals in the animal kingdom. So you take these aggressive animals in the animal kingdom, you keep beating the shit out of them, you make them so aggressive where all they want to do is just kill, murder, and maim, and then you let them on the loose in the street, and you have people who show up like, hopefully I don't get hurt, and then you get people like this who get fucking hurt. This person got cornered, and this bull smashes this person into a corner, lifts up, slams, lifts up, slams, lifts up, slams, like several fucking times. I mean, this bull beats the absolute fucking bullshit out of this person. This person gets sandwiched. Gets turned to a bull sandwich. There is walled, human, bull. Ouch. That shit definitely hurt. Then you get this other chick who was running across the street, gets hit by a truck. Stop doing that. And by hit by a truck, it was like traffic stopped. And it's one of those trucks where, you know, you can barely see over it because it's one of these like 36-wheeler trucks. And this woman runs and the truck hits it and just rolls her over. You see the truck, it hits like a speed bump on her. She ain't surviving that shit. That's like a 95,000-pound truck, okay? That's like big cargo trucks. Absolutely done. After that, you get maggots rotting in some dirty-ass flesh wound, which I can never understand. That's like some very, very foreign country shit. So my camera died. Thank God I have 2 different batteries. So right here's a shitty battery, by the way. It only lasts like 40 minutes. It's garbage. The other one lasts for like 3 hours. But going on right here, we're going to pick up right where we left off. There was an armed robbery in the street. So let's talk about this into detail. This guy's getting robbed. He gets shot 6 to 7 to 8 times by this armed robber. This guy, after getting shot multiple times, starts running. He collapses, gets back up, and then he starts crawling. Okay, so I'm going to use this as to evidence of why I won't be go hunting any fucking deer. This is why I'm not going to go hunting. If that guy took 7 to 8 shots like that, still got up and moved, imagine what a fucking bear would take. Imagine what an 1,100-pound bear would take. And did you know that bears have skin that are like comparable to Kevlar? Why in the fuck would I go into bear territory? Why would I do that? You'd have to be stupid. And their skin's malleable. It's not like human skin like this where it's tight, or ape skin. It's malleable, so therefore it moves to brush off attacks from other bears and other animals. So let's say we shoot that bear. There's a chance that the bullet would just deflect off the skin and do nothing. Have you seen that video where a bear got shot in the face with a shotgun and it did this? And it started chasing the guy again. Look, I fucked up my beanie for that one. But yeah, he started chasing the guy again. I'm not going to go fuck with any bears, people. That's just what it is. Especially, remember that couple that got eaten alive by bears? They were like, we're the bear couple. We love bears. There was pictures of them with bears. And then after those pictures dropped, there was audio of bears eating them alive. That's fucking horrible. Imagine having to stare at your girl that you dragged out to the woods while you're both getting eaten alive by fucking bears. Yeah, what a couple's retreat. Yeah, getting eaten alive by fucking bears. Especially speaking of couples retreats, you got this couple that kills a man together. What an amazing thing. So this guy's on his knees, right? And they're both pointing guns at the back of this guy's head. Of course, the woman's gun jams. And what happens is she gets a brand new gun. They shoot this guy in the back of the head and kill him. Absolutely beautiful. Mwah, that's how couples should bond. Couples should bond in America by being eaten alive and killing people together. Either killing or dying. It's fucking absolutely gorgeous. After this, you get this guy who gets caught on a corkscrew. You know, a big ass corkscrew, like you put like a horse in it, a horse's corpse, and you know, it corkscrews it up into meat. And then you make glue and fucking, you know, mystery meat out of it. You make spam out of it. A guy got caught in this shit, and he got turned into a human Twizzler. They turned it off just in time to, I guess, keep his corpse. He was fucking dead. He got turned into a Twizzler after all, but, you know, at this point, when I saw this shit, I just started thinking, like, you know, dying of old age nowadays has become a luxury that no one can afford. You know, no one can afford that luxury. No one sits there, I'm 85 years old. I get to die in peace now. It's more like, yeah, you're 45 years old, you got hit by a fucking missile. It fucking sucks, yo. Or some tragedy. It's always some horrible shit. Some like, oh, 0 in a billion chance of this happening. And it fucking happens to somebody. I mean, it's gotta happen to somebody, but damn. You know, you just don't hear people dying of old age no more. It just doesn't happen. After that, you get the greatest clip, hands down, yo. I'm telling you right now, look me in my fucking face. When I tell you, I've been doing this for 3 years almost, right? Almost 3 fucking years. This is the greatest clip I've ever seen in my life. So what happens is, in Spain, running of the bulls, we're talking about bulls again. You know how there's a road that goes like this? It curves and goes up again. So there's kind of like a higher hill on there. There's a bull on this top, and there's a guy laying down. So he's like, oh, the bull won't see me. So the bull does see him, by the way. And the bull jumps over to get down to that lower level, like trips. And when that happens, this 20-inch bull dick smacks this guy right. I'm telling you, you can see it, bitch. You cannot miss. This bull's dick was longer than his arm. It hits him right in the face, and he gets greased up by this greasy bull dick, man. A Lombardi slap. And when he gets hit in the face with his bull dick, he does a spin like this and falls straight on the top of his head. So he just got smacked in the face with a bull dick, fell 10 feet, landed on the crown of his head, got knocked the fuck out, and the bull gets up and kicks him in the jaw for it. Like, damn, motherfucker, that was an x-ray for Mortal Kombat. Absolutely got whooped on. What a fucking finisher, man. He got fucked up. He is not sleeping that one up. I don't think he's sleeping. I don't think he's gonna wake up. Fuck sleeping it off. He ain't waking up, y'all. After that, you get the second movie's ending. So remember when I said the movie ends with the gore compilation that plays Hit the Road Jack and Don't Come Back, blah, blah, blah. That's the half. Now we're at the halfway mark of the third one. I'll take that shit which is on eBay for $3.99, which is the end of the second one. Now right here, you get another woman moment. You remember that bridge that closes when you're driving? Fuck, my mustache hair keeps going on my nose. You know how like those bridges go here and then they unclose and they close and unclose? Pretty much from, the second Fast and the Furious, or Too Fast, Too Furious, and they're like, oh my God, they go over that bridge. There's a woman who was driving over that shit. Was it the first time? It was the second one. One of you motherfuckers remind me. Anyway, so what happens is, probably the second one, I think Luda was in that bitch. But this woman's trying to beat the bridge. And while she's trying to beat the bridge in some bullshit ass fucking Toyota, she goes inside the water. And when she goes inside the water, of course you got one of these motherfuckers. It's a bird. No, it's a plane. It's Captain Save-A-Ho. And he jumps right into the water to save this woman, which I think is bullshit. Because once he saves her, because she's about to die and he saves her, she's going to say some shit like, oh, thank you for saving me, but don't think I owe you my body. Bullshit, you don't owe me your fucking body. You wouldn't have a body if it weren't for me. I'm not asking for pussy, but shit, y'all. If you're a woman and I save your life, I'm keeping it the fuck real. You at least owe me a blowjob. Can we keep it real with each other? Because you wouldn't have a mouth to give blowjobs if I didn't save you. You'd be fucking dead. You'd be sitting at the bottom under the sea with a pineapple, a sponge, a squid, and a fucking starfish talking about Krabby Patties if it wasn't for my motherfucking ass. So the least you could do for me is just suck this dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm just saying, I think that's a fair trade. Okay? If everybody watching this video, somebody has a gun to your head. You either die or you suck a dick. How many y'all motherfuckers? And this can't be exclusive. Many be like, yo, I'd rather die than suck some dick, y'all. I'd rather die than suck some dick, y'all. I'm keeping it gangster. I'm gonna keep it gangster too. I'd rather die than suck some dick, y'all. But anyway, for the women, every single woman's gonna suck a dick rather than die. So this idea that this woman's gonna sit there has the fucking audacity. I just saved your life, and you're gonna look me right in my fucking pussy liquor, look me right in my oreholes, and tell me, I don't owe you my body. Yeah, right. I don't know who told you that lie. Fuck out of here. You wouldn't have one. Fucking bullshit, y'all. If I was a chick, all I'm saying is, y'all, if I was a chick and some dude saved me, I would let him beat that shit up, y'all. I'm keeping it real, y'all. If I was a chick and I was gonna die, I don't give a fuck how ugly this dude is. If he saved my life and he saved my ass, I wouldn't have an ass if it wasn't for him. I would let him beat that box up, y'all. I'm talking about everything. I'll let him beat that fucking box up. I would fucking, for a week straight, 3 times. 3 times. I'd be coming up to his house because I owe him that shit. You gotta owe him that shit. I let him beat that shit up. I'm talking about, he put me in a fucking wheelchair, y'all. Fuck it. I'm just saying. Motherfucker, y'all. You get this woman who's crossing a road in front of a truck. She gets ran over. And another guy who's crossing the road, and he gets hit by a red car. Which is crazy. The car's fucking red. He looks towards the direction. How'd you not see that shit coming? I saw the shit coming, and the car was off the screen. It's a big red motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? Big ass red car. He somehow gets hit by it. I don't get it. It is what it is. After that, you get this guy, he had scissors cutting his hand. His whole entire hand was degloved, as they say, completely fleshless, and they were cutting off some of the flesh. The paramedics were silly scissors. Again, I don't know why the fuck they have that. And And then after that, you get a robbery. And this is the most fucked up robbery I've ever seen. It was an accidental robbery. These guys came into a store and they were robbing the place. And the gun had an accidental discharge. And he accidentally killed the woman. He shot her and she stood there for like 30 seconds. And then she just collapsed and fell over. You can tell it was an accidental discharge because when the gun went off, the guy was like, oh, you know, and he was like, oh, fuck, we need to get out of here. Does not excuse the behavior. I mean, you just killed a woman, but fuck, man. Accidental discharge, and that's the shit that can't happen. You shouldn't be robbing anybody, let alone robbing a fucking woman. Like, if I'm gonna rob something, I'll be honest, if I was gonna rob a store, cause say I'm broke and I'm gonna rob a store, I would check who the clerk is. I'm not gonna rob no fucking woman. I make sure it's a man, you know, because you know how women are. You fucking rob a woman once, you're like, oh, I can't go in public no more. You rob a man, by tomorrow he's gonna be like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I got fucking robbed. You know what I'm saying? That's how men are. You just brush it off. With women, if she gets robbed, you're gonna clutch her purse for the next 40 fucking years. Her hair's gonna be falling out and shit. Just can't be robbing women out here. Now, here we go. You get some soldier corpses, you know. It's just pictures and like little videos of soldiers' corpses. Then we get this. Alright. I said I wasn't gonna get mad at this video. Then I just read this. I fucking hate cats. I hate cats, yo. I say that shit proudly. Fuck cats. I hate cats. There's 3 things I motherfucking hate, yo. Mustard, BLTs, and fucking cats. I hate cats. And I hate Jack Black, yo. I absolutely fucking hate Jack Black. I can't stand Jack Black. And you motherfuckers love that shit. That's why I can't stand even more. This motherfucker was like, peaches, 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 peaches. And you were like, oh my god, oh my god, we're musical. That shit was garbage, yo. I've been waiting. I remember when that shit came out. I remember being at work. I was at work. And this is when I was like, I didn't make a YouTube video for about 6 or 7 months. And I was like, I gotta make a YouTube video. I gotta talk about this peaches shit. Because I fucking hate it. Everybody knows I fucking hate Jack Black. If you watch my earliest, I think my first video, I said I hate Jack Black. My second video, I said this shit. So when I heard this Mario movie, Peaches sing-along song come out, I knew I hated that shit. I knew I had to tell you I fucking hated it. I had to. I remember sitting at work in that forklift, like, I had to park that shit because it was in my Instagram feed. I was like, what the fuck is this garbage? This motherfucker's dressed up as a fat ass Bowser and shit. And everybody's like, oh my god, oh yeah, this is the greatest thing ever, oh yeah. Act like he's like fucking Freddie Mercury. Fuck that shit, man. Can't stand that. I can't believe y'all even bit that shit, man. Anyway, this is cat. Gets turned into a cat shish kebab. Fucking skewers through it. It falls down and goes on one of those spiky fences I talked about. And when this guy tries to save the cat hisses and it tries to bite him. If I was that guy, I would have just finished the fucking job. I'll be honest. If I was there trying to save a cat and you know, there has skewers going through its body and I'm trying to take it off and it's like, yo, I would just grab it. There you go, there you go. Bye, buddy. There you go. Fuck you. Fuck you, yo. I would just snap that shit and just let the birds eat them. Fuck that shit. Finish that. Garbage. Absolute bullshit. How many times have you seen a dog hurt and when people go up to it, it's like howling and like barking and shit? And then as soon as you pet it, it's like, alright, yo, you cool people. You cool people. But cats don't do that. They had to put a blanket over it to save this shit. What an asshole. Anyway, you get this weird ass shit. You get Latina behavior. This chick is getting anal fucked in the butt with the gun. Well, anal fucked in the butt. When else would you get anal fucked in the ear? She's getting butt fucked with a gun. It's like a 357 revolver, little snub nose. And she's sitting there and she's moaning. Like, her pussy is creamy, yo. Her pussy is creamy as fuck from this gun going in her butt. You can tell she was a Latina because she had a big ass forehead, yo. All these Latin women got these massive foreheads. There's no in between. Latin women have tiny foreheads or these massive fucking towers, like these hotel rooms for foreheads, man. Absolutely gigantic. And you get this stupid shit. There's a woman who's like, I'm gonna cut off your cock and mail it to your mother. Well, to be fair, that's a big ass package to mail, and if you were to, you'd probably go fucking bankrupt just purely based off the weight. I don't know, FedEx and UPS would make your ass go fucking bankrupt in a second. They're like, 85 pounds, what the fuck are you trying to ship? My dick. That's just what it is, man. After that, you get a biking accident. So this guy, he just gets into a biking accident. I mean, what else am I gonna say? He lands right on his fucking head, too. And you get this guy who runs. It's just funny. You know those big piles of coals, and like these people have some weird tradition of, let me run across these really, really hot coals. They're really, really hot, but I'm gonna run across them. So they're running across these coals, and this guy trips and he falls and he lands right inside the coals for like 7 to 8 seconds. He's being burnt alive by these orange blazing coals. Funniest shit I've seen in a while. Then you get another cool bike trick where instead of landing on his head, you get this guy who's standing on his bike. Cool ass bike trick. So you did camera angle like this. He's standing on his bike. You see the camera angle like that, and the guy flies off his bike and his shoes go in the air. Absolutely eats shit and piss. Both of them. Gets fucking smashed. After that, you get this woman, right? I think it's a woman or a guy. Again, you can't see. It's just a body there. And car sitting here on the side of the road. This tire is huge. I don't know where the fuck this tire came from. I don't know who manufactured this tire. It's probably like Optimus Prime's fucking tire. It's a big ass fucking tire. And this bitch is rolling faster than most of the cars going down the highway. And this car hits this person, and it hits the person so hard that, you know, this, like, the door is open this way and this person's standing in front of the door. After the tire hits this person and smashes the person over this railing, it then knocks the door completely off the fucking car. So I'm telling you, this had a lot of force behind it. I mean, at least like 25,000 PSI. Absolutely obliterates the person and the door. After that, you see a car getting flipped, right? So it's camera footage. A car is like doing flips and it crashes. Then 10 seconds later, another car crashes, and I gotta ask the question, what Asian country is this with all these fucking car accidents? Like, holy shit, it was just one after another, and then the second car smashes the 3 other people that just got kicked out of that car. Like, damn, bitch. All these fucking car accidents, man. And it just shows a car compilation, or compilation of car comps, or compilation of car crashes, car compilations. Fuck. It just shows that shit. Then it plays Snowblind of System of a Down. I like that song, like I said earlier. That and Toxicity. Then you get Chech Clear and some other beheadings. Then you get some very fucking brutal shit right here, yo. Let me tell y'all right quick. This is very, very brutal. This is the first time I'm going to say this. Not for the faint of heart. I know some of y'all are going to be sit there. Don't be pussy now. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the faint of heart. I'm about to go over a very, very fucked up clip right here. This is very fucked up. Even I say, like, this is fucked up. As much as I always make the, you know, the comparison of how the fuck could you watch a man get beheaded and then we see a rabbit die or an animal die, these women cry. But I understand those people are in my audience. As much as I don't agree with that idea, I understand some of those people are in my audience. So right now, you might want to skip a little bit forward because I'm about to go over some very egregious shit that happens to a dog. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. That was your time. Alright, so here's what happens. There's some fucking piece of shit. He's driving a car. And while he's driving a car, tied to the back of the car via a leash is a dog as he's driving. Okay, and the guy behind him is recording this shit. And this dog is, its hands, its you know, its legs and paws are just covered in blood. And it's just panting and panting and panting because you can tell whoever was driving at first, the dog was running and running, and it's just so exhausted that it's fucking, y'all. Even that shit just made me shake a little bit. Fuck. It's fucked up, y'all. Very fucked up shit. And the dog is just laying there, and as the car pulls off, the dog is not even getting up to run. It's just is like, yo, I'm done. You know, the dog just calls it quits. And, you know, it's getting dragged, and you see, like, this blood, and, you know, it's just getting screeched across the road. Absolute piece of fucking shit, yo. Absolute piece of shit. I mean, yo, I can't understand how you would see some shit like that. Like, yo, if I saw some shit like that, yo, I'm dead fucking ass. I'm coming through that window, and I'm punching through that fucking glass, and I'm choking you. Fuck that shit. I'm at least trying to fucking grab that dog and undo the collar. Do something. You can't just sit there and let that. I don't know. I just can't sit there myself. I couldn't sit there and let that shit rock out, yo. First off, if I see that shit, yo, I'm rocking your fucking snot box. I'm punching you right in your dick sniffer, yo. I'm dead ass punching you in your dick sniffer if you do some shit like that. Like, I love dogs, man. I have a big Great Dane. I've had dogs my entire life, and seeing some shit like that is just like, it's a small dog too. You know, some fucking pussy, yo. Like, what do you gain from that? What the fuck do you gain? You know, it's just absolutely stupid. Then you get an even worse clip, yo. Look at this shit right here. Okay. Yeah. You took a good gander at that. What if I told you some woman walked into a park and did that to a child? Yeah. She fucking grabbed the child and slammed him against the concrete like what I just showed you. What the fuck was that? She just came out of nowhere. Like, she had her finisher loaded up and just like, yeah, I'm gonna just use it on you real quick. Of course, doesn't want to pick a fight with an adult. Just grabs a child and brings him out like a fucking carpet. Like, you know, what the fuck was that? And then it was showed it on the news, and it was like a big investigation and shit. Absolutely crazy, yo. It's fucking D-Mob's finisher. And the kid's just sitting there trading Digimons and shit and just gets fucked up for it in a park. But again, so to all y'all people, man, keep your eyes on your fucking kids, man. There's gonna be assholes like that always roaming around looking to cause some trouble, like that one dude. It was like a 4-year-old. This was on the news. It was a 4-year-old playing in his front lawn, and some dude just came up and shot him in the head. Why? I don't fucking know. You go ask him, but he's in prison for it. But that's just what it is. Second you take your eyes off your kids, man, as a second they become a target. You can never take your eyes off your kids, man. You got to think about it, smarter, yo. To me, your kids are a piece of you. It's an extension of your life. So, yo, if your kid dies, it's like, again, a piece of you dies. You can't let that happen, yo. You got to die before your kid does. That's just factoid right there. Factoid. Anyway, after this, you get a limbless man attack. So there's these two guys street fighting, right? And this motherfucker who has no limbs whatsoever, he's actually doing the most damage, believe it or not. He's like crawling across the floor and starts biting this dude and like starts screaming in his ear like fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin. Weirdest shit I've ever seen. He has no limbs and he's doing the most damage out of these two fucking guys rolling on the ground. After that, you get more beheadings. And now, we're on to our last page. Yeah, you heard that correctly. What a fucking review. I'm about to run out of time. Give me 1 second. So here we are. We're on the last page of the mixtape. Let's go ahead and finish up strong. So right here, you get a guy who runs across a street just to stop and kick this taxi. Mind you, he's stomping on top of it. He's punching it. He's hitting it. He's beating the fuck out of this car like that special level in Street Fighter 2, right? So the guy inside the taxi, what do you think he does? Does he A, stop the taxi and call the cops? B, drive forward and run this fucking asshole over? Or C, roll down the window, complain, hey dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Opens up the car, gets out, starts wagging his finger in the face, and proceeds to get fucked up for it. What do you think he does? Oh, he does pick C, by the way. And he gets his ass whooped. I'm sitting there like, yo, I thought Asians were supposed to be smart. What the fuck? You didn't use everything except your fucking brain. You just got out the car and let this guy beat the shit out of you for freebies. And he's crazy. He's a maniac. He ran across the street to do this to you. What do you think else is going to happen? This guy's an asswipe. So after that, you get this next clip. You get a grade school kid, no older than 8 or 9 years old, and he shoots a grown man in the head. You know those ISIS like recruitment videos where they show these kids, they're grooming these kids to be, bloodthirsty, savage murderers, and they're shooting these grown-ass men behind the head. What a way to go out. You're 44 years old and you got a kid who kills you. Reminds me of that shit. Remember at the shooting range with this, American moment, right? Here we go. We talked about woman moments. This is American moment. Some fucking dad took his 9-year-old or 8-year-old daughter to a shooting range when she had a Mac 10. Why the fuck would you give a little girl a Mac 10? What the fuck? What? I wouldn't give anybody a Mac 10, let alone a little girl. Holy, and then she went crazy with it and blew her dad's head off and killed the instructor. And she's like, oh yeah. And his corpses everywhere. It killed half the people in the fucking room. Holy shit, guys. Word of advice. Don't give little girls Mac 10s. I didn't think I'd have to say that. Son of a bitch, yo. What the fuck? Anyway, this next clip, you get 4 men that are lined up in the dirt. This is in the Middle East. And one of them keeps turning around doing this with his finger because he's nervous as shit. He keeps doing the hush symbol. I guess telling the dudes with the AKs to shut the fuck up before they rain down bullets on them, which they did and killed them all. After that, you get a truck that drives into a crowd of people. There's 20, 30 people get ran over it. I was hoping those are My Hero Academia fans. Hopefully. Still got those fingers crossed for that shit. Fuck My Hero Academia. Dragon Ball forever. The house wins. Listen, if it's not Dragon Ball, Naruto, fucking Yu Yu Hakusho, I don't want to hear about it. But what about, I don't want to hear about it. And fuck One Piece. That shit was lame. Guys, who am I? Y'all motherfuckers waited 1,000 episodes just to see Luffy go like this. Ha-boing, 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 ha-boing. Y'all motherfuckers waited 25 years. Just ha-boing. That's what y'all waited for? What? I couldn't be me. Oh, but look at Dragon Ball fans. Goku just changed his hair colors. He does. And it's cool. Yeah, Goku, different hair color. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, the house wins. I love Goku with a different hair color. You can enjoy your boingy boing. And on top of that, it's just a ripoff of Ultra Instinct. His hair turns white and he gets white. It's a ripoff of Ultra Instinct. It becomes Looney Tunes, the fucking cartoon. Fuck that shit. That shit was garbage. And he fights some big blue dragon. Oh god, a big dragon. You know what I'm saying? What a fucking garbage. Get that shit out of here. After that, you get this chunky ass paramedic who's posing with a bunch of corpses. He's like this. As is a dead body right under him. It's what the fuck is that? Seriously, you're posing with a dead corpse. Big fat motherfucker, yo. Then you get this guy who jumps in front of a train like a fucking squirrel. He's just that. Sprawls out like a carpet and gets smashed by this train. Nothing left. After that, You get a guy laying on the floor. I'm not sure if this is Gaddafi footage, but he has like half a broom in his ass. I mean, a broom is like 4 feet long. 2 feet of that is in his ass. Again, more sodomy. And they're beating the shit out of him, throwing rocks at him, stabbing him, kicking him. He has a big ass broom in his butt. I mean, it's lodged in there. You can tell it's lodged because it's like, it's stiff. So you know his sphincter's grabbing that motherfucker good, man. Mixtape ends with some epic dubstep. I plays Alienator, and it shows it was like zooming in on a corpse and zooming in on a dead soldier and all that shit. And that's the end of the mixtape right there. 9 pages. That was my first gore review in over a year. Like, holy shit, guys. Wow, and it's good to be back again. I missed y'all. What sucks the most was the fact that every single day I didn't make a YouTube video or wasn't live streaming or interacting with you guys. I remember how many times, mind you, I worked the night shift. It was these very lonely nights where I'm sitting in a forklift at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know, I remember times I would just park the forklift, and I'm not trying to get emotional, fuck. And I would think about all y'all, man. How much I missed y'all. I remember I would park that shit. You know, I'd bring in like 40 to 50 pallets. I would just park that bitch to the side and just be like, man, this is what I'm doing with my life. Like, I was in disbelief. I was like, I gave up all of that, and I gave up all that interaction. I gave up everything for this. To be a regular ass Joe fucking schmo driving a fucking forklift. Like, yo, I looked at my ID and it didn't even say Johnny Rodriguez on it. It said Joe fucking schmo. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. And I was just so fucking upset. I was like, I can't believe I did that. Can't believe I gave up all of this shit. And it was like this burning feeling. I just had to come back because I just love sitting here and cracking fucking jokes, talking to y'all. I love that shit. It's fun to sit here and talk to y'all. Sit there in the live streams. You know, it doesn't matter if there's 80 people in the live stream, 70 people, or some of those live streams where there's 400 or 500 of y'all fucking people in those live streams are amazing. When I'm on Twitch, I just love interacting with y'all. I missed y'all so much. But anyway, Stars of the YNC Volume 3. Here's my opinion on that shit, right? My opinion is that the first one is very gruesome. So was the second one. So was the third one. Even though the third one is the second half of the second one, but replaced as the first half of the third one. Had to fucking, you know, before I had a brain spasm, had to make sure I was checking myself. And yeah, it's pretty much what it is, and it's high quality footage. You know, it's not like Ogrish Collection. Ogrish Collection. That reminds me, I have to do Ogrish Collection Volume 6. Fucking sweet. I think I know what the next video is going to be. Or maybe I save that one for Halloween. But it's not like that where it's very, very shitty fucking footage. And it's very low quality. And it's garbage and budgety. Like they have a fucking budget for this shit. Just picking up fucking gore compilations offline. But this is very high quality, gruesome shit. Still up there. Nowhere near as bad as first and second one. Because again, some of this is reused footage. Just shuffled in different order. But again, it still partakes in the same, you know, series of events that this is very fucked up shit. And this is pretty much as bad as it's going to get, as I'm assuming. But yo, with that shit being said, is it horrible? Of course. Is it bad? Of course. I don't like any of this shit. I go over it because I love y'all. I like y'all. Y'all want to see this shit. And that's what it is. So before I catch y'all, make sure you like, favorite, share. Most importantly, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Check out my Patreon for exclusive content. Check out my Instagram to see me 99% nude and my big masculine Greek god physique, or my Greek Puerto Rican, my Puerto Rican physique. Something. Oh, fuck. Shut up. Check me out on Twitch where I play Black Ops Zombies. I kill ZOMGs. I kill ZOMGs. I kill ZOMGs. Popcorn. Pop, 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 pop. Popcorn. Pop, 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 pop. You know, check me out on Twitch. All that other good shit. I love y'all. Ogrish Collection soon. And other bullshit. I'll probably do another live stream on YouTube or some shit sooner rather than later. I love each and every single one of y'all. As I always say at the end of my videos, if you're a dude, go get your dick sucked. If you're a chick, go jerk your dick. And if you're a chick, go flick your motherfucking bean. Love y'all. Mwah. See y'all later. See you on the next video. Peace.